Myself, my name is Tausif, and I'm working as a ServiceNow consultant here for HackNow, and I have 8 years of experience into consulting, where I'm also leading technical things, okay, into architecture and the consulting area, from the international customers as well as the domestic clients. All right, so as you know, guys, the agenda today is for ServiceNow workshop that will be going for good 3 days from today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, and it will be like session that I can promise you. So talking about, I'm sure you guys know, and if you don't know, so probably that is the reason you are here to get some more insight, in-depth technical analysis, in-depth technical consulting. I know you guys have a lot of doubts over the resume preparation, job opportunities, and service now is like an ocean. So probably it's like big to understand, and service now is growing day by day, and it's coming with multiple modules, so people are confused. I know that this crowd is mostly about 70 to 75% about the freshers who are willing to join now, or else they are already into now. So anyways, like we have prepared this session in such a way that both the participants will get benefit out of this. And we also have our trainer D'Souza with us. So probably in next 15-20 minutes, she would be taking the session from me, and she will be, highlighting you some technical aspects like what ServiceNow is, how it looks, what is admin, what is development. Okay, and of course, like we will also have a Q&A session for the technical discussions. If you have any sessions, clearance like you want, definitely you can ask her, and she would be helping you to share that knowledge. She has around 14 years of experience into ServiceNow. She is working as an architecture, ServiceNow architecture, and has done multiple projects in her organization. Okay, and she's also the experienced trainer for us, working with HackNow from last 4 to 5 years, and and she has also taken batches for multiple people. So that is the reason it's our pleasure that she's with us, giving it about ServiceNow, and I request you guys to utilize the session as much as you can. Okay. So I know it's a weekend, so everyone needs to enjoy their life. Okay, but probably this is also important. So we'll try to wrap up this session. Okay, after that free. All right, so let me just quickly share my with you and talk something about HackNow. Also, like you might have gone through multiple posts over Telegram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Okay, and mm, so probably let me share my screen quickly and talk you something about HackNow, and then from there we will start the session from D'Souza. Okay. All right, guys. Can you see my screen? Uh, Anyone just confirm me? Pallavi, if you're there, you can just confirm me if you can see the screen.
Yes, yes, we can.
All right. HackNow, many people I know that do know they know about HackNow, and I also can some people who have joined our previous workshop and they also have joined again. Thanks so much for those people who have joined the session once again, and they know already about HackNow, and people who know about HackNow. So basically, we are into okay. So I on this accepting these people because yeah. All right. Um, so HackNow is basically into ServiceNow, and we are catering only and only ServiceNow with HackNow into corporate training. So corporate training companies like Cognizant, these companies has requirement companies that they should get trained with their internal employees with respect to every modules, right from admin development to the higher level modules. So we are also into corporate trainings where we deliver trainings to MNC companies. We are also into technical support. Probably what is technical support is like people would like to have some technical discussions, they need some support. Then also, they will have that level of request from us. So we also do the technical support. Okay, and we are into educational consulting. For an example, like there are some colleges and they would like to have that students to get trained with this technology, because believe me, this technology is booming and it will definitely boom for next 15 to 20 years. Okay, So that is the reason educational consulting is also approaching us for having a sessions with them. We are also into IT consulting, like operations and implementation best practices. We have a team of development and the developer. We implement the projects with that company with their infrastructures, right from ITSM, HRSD. So we also get a contract with the company. And based on that, of course, we also have a freelancing opportunities for you guys in future if you get experience. So you also can come here and join us and become a developer with us, an experienced developer. Okay. So probably we have a very good solid platform which covers all aspects, right from the training, consulting, and corporate trainings and technical support. So we are jam packed with service now, everything right from um, start to end. Okay. All right. Our certified experts basically is like expert into delivering advanced modules as well, not only with ITSM, the admin and development, but we are also into multiple modules. We cover every modules based on the requirements of the clients. We are keep on giving the sessions. So last week we had a session of ITAM where we did a workshop of 3 hours for one day, where we got 40 participants to attend that session, and it was really amazing, and we got really good response, and that we are starting the batch from this weekend. However, we are also into these modules, what you can see: ITSM management, HR service delivery, GRC, SecOps, and many modules. We are also into that things. Okay, so people who are experienced, they might understand like this modules. People who are a fresher, of course, they can stick with admin and development first, because that is the best base information and base um, platform you need to develop when you learn some other modules. So basically, what is HackNow offering? Okay, so basically there are paid trainings for transforming your careers into ServiceNow admin and development. So people who are really freshers into ServiceNow, it's good, and probably uh, people who are already into some other technologies, but they would like to move to ServiceNow. From last 1 year, what I can see is like people are moving from other domains to ServiceNow domain, because ServiceNow is booming and it's attracting the market right now. No matter it is the Indian market or it is the international market, it's attracting people from India are going to abroad for this opportunity. And you might have seen the LinkedIn, like a lot of LinkedIn posts going viral about the opportunities in Gulf countries, United States, Germany, especially into Australia, okay, and Switzerland. So people are willing to go to abroad when they are not getting an opportunity. So ServiceNow is like broad level platform where you can get opportunity worldwide as well. Okay, so there might be people who are interested to go abroad, but not getting a good chance because they don't have good technology with them. So when you enroll with us and when you are becoming a participant with us, so basically what you do is like you get a real world application. So based on the questions from last people, or when we do the counseling, people tell that, oh, we have videos on YouTube, but probably we are not able to understand uh, the the practical things. Of course, everyone knows the theoretical part. When you go to YouTube, you will find millions of videos on the YouTube where other people are giving the theoretical part, but we don't get any exposure towards hands-on experience. So I know that based on these questions, we have designed the training in such a way that probably you will get that exposure of learning the practical things. So we are also having a personalized mentorship, so one-on-one training with the trainers, because the reason one-on-one training is like people are not comfortable with group people because they are shy and they are not comfortable talking with that crowd along that. And some people are taking one-on-one mentorship because they are totally from the different background. Some people are non-technical as well. We also have come across students where they were from a mechanical, they were from BCom, they were from business analyst. So they also came to us for enrollment, and these kind of people also need a personalized mentorship so that they are comfortable asking the doubts in the sessions very openly. Okay, now coming to the customized learning platform. So this is like now still like we have a consulting call where people don't know like which module they should opt for making the career. and which module is very booming right now. So let's say people have done admin and development and they don't know which module to go, ITSM, ITOM, HRSD. So we will also help them to groom like which should be the best module for you guys to choose when you start the training. So we have created the customized learning paths, and learning path is very important because that decides your direction about growth and success. Because there are some people who will definitely invest money, definitely invest time and everything, but they don't know where to go and how to go. So that is also important, where a mentor, um, where we should have a mentor where they are guiding you the best way and you're going according to the path. Okay. So that is also very important when you are trying to invest your time and money and hard efforts. So the path is also important. Okay. So we will also give you in that things. Okay. So networking opportunities, networking means a lot today in today's world because we are into a world of digital, we are into world of AI, where networking is important. For the best example, what is networking is like you guys came here. I don't know you, you don't know me, but how you came here is because of networking. Okay. So you are connected with us, we are connected with you. We are dropping a message, we are communicating the information to you. You guys are joining here. Okay, so this is one of the best example of opportunities. So when it comes to the opportunities with the professionals, so we also have a professional group separately where you will be getting the counseling, you will be getting the support from the experts who are already a ServiceNow expert. That I told you that we have a group of developers who are expert into project development. So you will also have exposure working with them. Okay. And coming to the ongoing support, of course, like we also have a support after the course completion. People come to us for resume preparation. People come to us for support of the job and interview support. And probably when it comes to the job openings, we also conduct a virtual drive. We invite companies to come to our platform and they take the interviews and we give the preference to our candidates. Of course, when soon we are going to launch a virtual drive with couple of companies. We are also going to call people from HackNow and people who are not part of HackNow. So we will be having that crowd where we are representing our crowd to the companies who will be uh, coming and hiring them. So people from HackNow will be preferred most because they have taken training from us. They have attended our workshop. So we have the data with us. So probably when you guys are interested to have a job opportunities, so we give the data to the HR in the backend. Like these are the people from HackNow, and these are the people interested. So probably you will be getting a little upper hand from the HR recruitment to get the selections. So that is the reason, because job is also one of the most concern like people having when they enroll to this course. Okay, so we will also definitely talk on that part once again in the next slides. Working with cutting edge tools, why I have highlighted these things into red is because we are using we are into AI. So AI, it's not only, I mean, like chat gpt, of course. Like if I ask you what is AI, everyone has that answer like chat gpt. But AI is not limited with ChatGPT. It also has another tools which is paid or which is unpaid. So we can use for ServiceNow things, and ServiceNow also have a little coding where we can take that advantage of coding with that help of tools. Okay, so we will also help you with that AI tools, which is very much popular, and every developers are using that to get your work easily done. Okay, so we also have a forums, a group project, separate groups for different like objectives. We have a community events. Okay, we have a project support group, we have an interview support group. So definitely as per the requirement we will keep on allowing you or adding you on that group so that you take an advantage of that group and make your utilization. Okay, so right, coming quickly to the next slide, who should enroll for this program? Of course you have a lot of doubts in your mind. So for an example, a ServiceNow administration, and they are a fresher who would like to first learn administration and the development course, which is perfect for professionalism and getting the good chance into their career. So fresher is of course the for the fresher the best platform is this, where they will be getting a technical knowledge today and how it looks, the look and feel, and what exactly it contains. Okay, So that is the freshers opportunity today we will be having. It doesn't mean that the experienced people will not have exposure about this program. Experienced people also have this program, and there are some people who are already working on some modules, but they would like to brush up on their admin and development skills, or they would like to retake their admin and development. So people are also most welcome who can learn and get their base more powerful. Okay, so experienced IT people and people, as I told you, they are experienced into different category, different technology, but they would like to learn ServiceNow. So it becomes easy for them coming from other technologies and coming to ServiceNow. So it becomes very, because they know like how to write the code. They have basic understanding of JavaScript. They have understanding about programming languages. And when they learn ServiceNow, it becomes very easy for them to learn this ServiceNow. Okay. So now anyone who is willing to switch career into ServiceNow, as I told you, like people from other domain would like to come to ServiceNow because there are some little crunch in the other technologies. So people are trying to come here and learn ServiceNow and make their career. Okay. So when you talk about HackNow and when you talk about traditional providers, of course, there are many institute, many organizations in India. They are providing trainings. So I don't want to read this and take your much time. So probably you can have a look on this, like what is the difference between two entities here. Okay, in terms of cost, in terms of flexibility, community access. Okay, and hands-on projects, you will get that difference here, and what we are delivering. So looking into these pain situations of every participant that we have got the feedback, because we are doing a counseling. Of course you will also get an opportunity to do the counseling with us. I know that there might be people who are not able to ask the doubts to me right away on the session because we are a little tight with the timings and we have the things scheduled. So we will also roll out the consulting link with you end of the session, so you can book the link with us. You can book a 30 minutes of sessions with us. So me, my team will be coming on that call and we'll try to guide you if you have any questions where you cannot ask on this platform. Okay. So we will be also sharing that link so we can discuss that things on the call. Okay, and it's a free of cost. It does not require any amount you to pay. It's a free of cost call for you just to get that understanding. Okay, again it's the continuation. Okay, we are also getting ready for the certifications. So certification is also important factor, and it's one of the weapons for you to get a job landed soon into your career. And curriculum updates, we are also giving you top notch curriculum because day by day ServiceNow is adding many things into this platform, and we are using always the updated ones. And also we try to add many things which are not a part of admin and development. Okay, because we want our students to get more advanced training what is going into the market, but not on the papers. Okay, so we don't use those kind of syllabus we are taking from here. We are genuinely creating the syllabus, including our trainers on the call, because those are the people who know in depth about the technical things. So we are making the meetings with them and creating the syllabus with them, and based on their approval only we are rolling out the syllabus. Okay, so for an example, if I say like what is an admin and development syllabus, D'Souza has approved that syllabus, and only we are trying to do this, sharing with you, because before that we don't roll out anything without their confirmation. Okay, so I was talking about free one-on-one consultation. It's like this is the link. Of course, end of the session we will be sharing this link on the Teams chat where you can save it and you can book the counseling session with us. So don't worry about this link. Don't take a snapshot for this. I will share this link later on to you so that you can just click that and it will open on your Chrome browser, and then you can go ahead and book the appointment with us. Okay. All right, there is also a batch registration link that you will be getting for you to enroll it. Okay, at least that show your participation that okay, yes, interested, and definitely we can talk on your budget things and talk on the class on weekend or weekdays. We can discuss on that later when we got. So probably what we are planning is like we are planning to start batch from 2nd of June. That is like the next Monday. Okay, and 5 to 6 weeks of training will be there Monday to Friday. We will communicate you the timings. Probably if I tell any timings like okay, I'm ready to take a class from 8 to 9 in the morning or evening, everyone will tell that okay, I'm not comfortable with this timing. So we are trying to form a multiple batches mostly, but yes, if I give you the gist, it will be mostly in the early morning, like 7, 8, or 9, and or else it will be mostly in the evening timing, like 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we are taking this bandwidth so that everyone is comfortable, and also we can apply for a weekend if anyone interested for a weekend. If we get a batch of 3 to 4 people, we are also happy to create a batch for weekend. Okay, and yes, delivery type it will be definitely instructor led online. So every sessions will be getting recorded, and the trainer will be doing a live practical sessions with you, theoretical sessions with you, and definitely you will get all the queries answered live on the session itself. Okay, so basically now, um, I would hand over this session to technical trainer D'Souza, where I introduce something about her. She has 14 years of experience and she has amazing knowledge about this. So I want you guys to stay with us for next hours and try to understand in depth like what is this, and feel free to ask doubts. Of course, like we will have questions and answer sessions and end of the session. So one request for you would be like make a note of the doubts on your notepad, and when we start the session please ask there. And if you have an emergency question which is very important for you to ask, feel free to drop a chat. Our trainer will be having that eye on the chats, and she will be answering whenever the right time is. Okay, so I would hand over a session to D'Souza, and D'Souza, over to you. And thank you so much guys for attending the sessions with me, and I'll catch up you soon.
Thanks, Tausif, for the good introduction. Hello,
You're welcome.
team. How are you? You can just like ping in the chat.
Yes, feel free to open your mic and greet her, and and if you would like to have a chat, you also can have a chat.
Let's make it as more interactive so that like even if you have any queries, you can just ping in the chat and like you will get to know like what are the queries and like everything will be answered here.
All right, I
So
would
good
like
morning,
to
everyone.
add one point here. Guys, like you might have attended multiple workshops in the past or present, so people are not allowing you to unmute yourself. They will not ask you to speak anything. Only they open the when they open the session, they will ask you to chat with uh, the the person who is giving the webinar. But here we don't do these things. We allow you to open your mic and talk. Okay. Okay, so you can feel free to ask doubts in between the sessions as well, so that the D'Souza feel that level of comfortability that you are showing interest and you are very much active and you are getting craziness of learning the things. So feel free to open the mic and ask the questions wherever is needed. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Yes, over to you, D'Souza.
Yeah, thanks, Tausif. Good morning, everyone. Respond like good morning, something. Just respond in the chat so that like I can understand that you people are listening to the class and you people have not just joined the class and left somewhere. Are you people there?
I think
Okay.
there is some restrictions made for some of the students to unmute themselves, but I'm just trying to open that settings. Meanwhile, guys, you can just try to open the chat and drop the messages there. Okay. Sorry for inconvenience.
Okay. So let's start. Let me share my screen. Okay. So let us understand from the basics. So what do you understand by service now? So, like if you people are attending this session, mostly you could have at least the basic understanding, or at least you would have listened something about the service now. So that's the reason like you are in this class and like you know the importance of service now. So that's the reason like you people are here. So can I just get some charts there? Like what is service now? What do you understand by service now? Something like that. It can just be a one word or a one line. Anything is fine. What do you understand by the word service now? Did you hear that before? Or this is the first time you people are hearing?
It's a automation platform.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yes, you're right. Anything else?
Low code, no code platform.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yes.
It's a cloud technology.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Any other answers here?
It's a
Well, this
platform
was
to
a
provide
hello,
solution.
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Yes, you're
This was
right.
it was a ticketing tool earlier in 2014 before, and later
Mm-hmm.
they have
Uh-huh. Yes. You have good understanding of when it is evolved and all. That's great. Yes, Digvijay, it's an IT service platform. You're right. Okay, so let us frame that. Okay, whatever you have said, everything is right. Okay, so let us include all those. So what is this? It's a cloud-based platform. Can you people see my screen? Yes, no?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we can see.
Okay, great. Okay, so as you people told me, yes, it's a cloud-based platform. And like, why is it used? It is designed to help the organization to digitize, automate, and streamline the business workflows. Okay, so like there were many platforms before. Okay, so like as someone told, like yes, it is evolved in 2004. Okay, from 2004, it's almost like 2025. Still, people are trying to learn this service now. Okay, and like I'm sure that for the next 10 years also, the people will be learning service now. I'm sure about that because okay, so there were many tools like remedy, we have it BMC remedy, we have something called as the, I'm just hearing my echo. Okay, we have so many tools, something like the so many ticketing tools I can say. Okay, so among all these tools, ServiceNow is in the market. Okay, it has to grab the market. Okay, so it has to have something different from the other tools so that like everyone will be looking into the ServiceNow. Okay, so it has to show the difference. So what is the difference? Okay, so say for example, if you take this remedy, okay, so it is also a ticketing tool. Okay, initial days, even the ServiceNow has came as a ticketing tool. Okay, it is also a ticketing tool that time. But like everyone should switch from Remedy to ServiceNow. Like in all projects and all, everyone is using the Remedy to log the tickets, to log the issues, and to solve their issues. Okay, but like the people need to migrate from Remedy to ServiceNow so that like the ServiceNow should have something peculiar or something interesting so that the people should migrate from Service Remedy to the ServiceNow. Okay, so the first thing which the ServiceNow told us, okay, so we are coming with a cloud based. Okay, say for example, if it is a cloud based tool, what are the advantages? Okay, so the first advantage is no need to maintain any servers from our end. Everything will be maintained by at the ServiceNow level. Okay, at the ServiceNow level only they will be maintaining all the data so that like even our space can be utilized, like no need to store the servers and like maintenance of the servers will not be there. Okay, it will be easy. So if the maintenance is not there, so obviously the cost involved will be reducing, right? Cost involvement will not be there, and like the people who need to continuously monitor the servers, even they are not required because the ServiceNow will take care of it. Like if it is down, like it will be sending the notification before only. Usually like 99.9% always the ServiceNow tool will be up. Okay, and like if there are any scheduled maintenance, they will be doing it during the off business hours. Okay, and they'll inform us. Okay, so nowhere that the ServiceNow tool will be down because like it is maintained by the high end servers. Okay, and there is no possibility of the failure there, and they have so many backup servers also. Okay, so it's a cloud based tool. Okay, and like because of using it as a cloud based tool, like all these advantages are there. So initially, like the people thought, okay, I think like even our cost involvement is less. Okay, from the project point of view, if you check, if you take the remedy, they used to have, sorry. Okay, so if you take the remedy, they used to have some cost involved. Okay, so for each and everything, like if they want to increase their servers or if they want to increase the user count, everywhere the cost is involved in it. Okay, and also like if you want to customize the things, it's not that easy in remedy. Okay, so actually the remedy developer should be involved, who has good knowledge in the Java and all. They have to work on it and get that thing developed. Okay, but it's not the case with the service now. Okay, even the code which is involved is the JavaScript. Okay, so most of the things, like almost like I can say 70 to 80% of the things can be done using the JavaScript. Only when you are designing the portal and all, like you have to use the Angular JS and all. But like ideally, like 70 to 80% of the work can be done using the JavaScript. But not remedy is not that case. Okay, like we have to need the developers. Okay, who has good experience in Java, Spring Boot, and all, then only they'll be able to develop the things. So by seeing all these things, okay, the people started migrating to ServiceNow. Okay, so the people thought, okay, so when we compare both the tools, even the cost is less, maintenance is not there, like even there is no downtime. So let's migrate it to the ServiceNow. Okay, so that's where like the people started migrating to the ServiceNow. Okay, so migration is not only the thing which they have to do. Okay, they have to be consistent in maintaining the people. Okay, just if they migrate and like after 1 hour or so, like after 1 year or so, like if they feel that like the data is not sufficient or the data is not proper, okay, or if they are not upgrading, okay, so no one will be staying there. They'll be moving out. Okay, so apart from this, they have also upgrading their things, upgrading the technology according to the requirement. Okay, so every year, it starts from A. Okay, usually we will be having something called as we'll call it as the ServiceNow versions. Okay, we'll be having the Microsoft, right? Microsoft 2003, 2007, 2010, Microsoft. Okay, so many versions will be there. So in the same way, ServiceNow will also have some versions. Okay, usually he'll be giving the city names which starts from A. Okay, and right now it's in Y. Y is nothing but Yokohama. Okay, it used to give all the city names. Xanadu. Okay, before that we used to have something called as Vancouver. Okay, before that we have something called as a Uta, Tokyo. Okay, so many versions are there. It started from A and like Berlin. Okay, so there were so many versions, like each and every year, how they are doing it is they are trying to upgrade themselves. Okay, so even that upgradation initially it is something like it is just a ticketing tool. Okay, the people used to use it just for ticketing and like they used to create the tickets. So once that's it, nothing much. Even the service now is like that. Okay, but later on it upgraded. Now it also has AI involved in it. Okay, it started AI involvement right from Vancouver version itself. Okay, so it started including the AI, and also nowadays you can see the virtual agents are in. Okay, so whatever the site you open in, before, like we used to have something like the uh, when we want to contact any person, okay, they used to work from 8 to 8 or something like that, only for 12 hours. Okay, the agent should be there and then we can ask the queries and like they'll be responding to us. But now it's not the case. Okay, so we used to have some virtual agents which are built in. Okay, even in the banking sites, if you just go to any sites, okay, they will be having some virtual agents who will be responding to your queries. Okay, so whatever the question you ask, okay, so the system will be responding accordingly. So like it has evolved so much. Okay, so whatever the technology which is in place right now, which is currently in the market, it tries to involve that technology in the upgrade upcoming version, so that what will happen is like the people will get stick to the same tool. Okay, they'll not try to move from that tool, because like they got used to it, and whatever they want, they're just getting it in the same tool. What's the need to move to the other tool, right? Like, and also the good thing here is they also take the feedback from the users. Okay, like if you say I don't have this particular thing in the tool, okay, and I just want to be included in the tool. Okay, so you have an option to give the feedback, so that what will happen is the team will be working on it, and it will try to include that version in the next upgrade. Okay, so it is that user friendly. Okay, and like if I say it's a cloud based tool. Okay, so what's the main problem if it is a cloud based tool? What is the first question it ticks our mind, like when we say it's a cloud-based tool? Anything is sticking your mind, like if you say cloud-based tool, what is our first concern?
And it can
Security.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so definitely when we say it's a cloud-based tool, or let's say when we
use
want
anywhere.
to, yeah, let's say like if we want to say for example, if we want to change our PDF version to PPT version, like when we are updating any documents online in the any sites to convert that, then also we'll think, okay, is it secure? Can we really do it? Okay, so that kind of mindset will be there when we say it's a cloud-based tool. But in the service now, it has like 256 bit end level security. Okay, so it is completely secure, and it also has something called as the mid server. Okay, it also has something called as the mid server, so which is something like it acts as a wall. Okay, 256-bit encryption will be there, and along with that, like the mid servers will be there. Like, so what is the use of that? And also, like if you say cloud based tool and it's bit secure, okay, that's fine. Okay, so if it is for a single company, okay, that's fine. Like it is story. But like if we say like now, I can say many companies, almost like 90% of the companies started using the service now. Okay, it might be only few modules, but like some are using only for the form. Okay, some are using end to end. Okay, they don't know that they are using service now, but at the back end they are using service now. Okay, so these many companies started using ServiceNow. Okay, so there has to be security, so that like one company's data should not be moved to the like should not be mixed up with the other company's data. Okay, so even that level of security will be taken care by the ServiceNow. Okay, and also like as it is a cloud-based tool, the advantage of it is you can just access the ServiceNow tool right from the home also. Okay, it's not needed like if you are working for a ServiceNow team. Okay, so one more advantage which we have is we can do work from home. Okay, it's not necessary that every time you have to connect to the VPN, open the ServiceNow, nothing like that. Okay, only for the banking projects and all. Only for the banking projects, like they have a more secure data, so that's the reason, like even to log into the service now, they'll restrict us from logging into our system. But ideally, okay, but ideally, like you can log in from anywhere, okay, anywhere across the world. You can, if you just have your credentials and the link, okay, you can log into your service now and you can just start working for your project. Okay, so that is one advantage for it. Okay, and also we have something called as the mid servers. Okay, so the mid servers are also plays a key role in the service now. Anyone heard about this mid server?
It's communication tool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sort of. Anything else?
Integration tool.
Integration tool. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you. Okay, so the mid server is nothing but, we'll call it as mid. Okay, mid is nothing but management, instrumentation, and discovery server. Okay, so this is something like management, instrumentation, discovery server. Okay, it is not actually a actual server kind of thing. Okay, it is just a executable file. Okay, it is just a Java based application. You can execute it on any system. Okay, uh, actually what will happen is it is a type of the application and it will be running on the server within your network. Okay, so within your office network it will be running. Okay, if you want to do anything with the mid server, then like we need to connect to the VPN. Okay, and change the settings there. Okay, so it is something like I can say, mm, it acts as a bridge between the cloud. Okay, that is nothing but the ServiceNow cloud and our internal network. Okay, it acts as the bridge between the ServiceNow cloud and our internal network. So whatever the data, okay, so what actually it will do is something like it will communicate. Okay, it will communicate with the cloud, and whatever the data we want, like it will gather the data from our internal infrastructure. Example, say for example, if we have something called as the servers or something called as applications, network devices, so many things involved in our CMDB. Okay, so all those data, like if you want, like we need to gather that information from there, and like in that purpose, the mid server plays a key role in that. Okay, and also in the mid server, we have something called as the discovery, orchestration, integration hubs, event management, asset management. So many things will be there. Okay, so in all these places, we will be using this mid server. Okay, so it is like mid server alone is a big topic. Okay, but like just to understand what is mid server, it is just a Java based application and it acts as a bridge, like it acts as a connector between the ServiceNow cloud and the internal network. Whenever we want to communicate, whenever we want to communicate or take the data, okay, in those cases, the mid server plays a key role. Okay, so the only thing which you need to do is like just install this executable, this install this Java based application on the any machine. Okay, either the Windows machine or Linux machine, whatever it might be. Okay, you can just install that application so that that machine will act as a mid server. Okay, it runs the service and like it communicates securely. Okay, so because of that security reasons and all, we will try to use this mid server. Okay, so what will happen is the service now will send the commands to the mid server. Okay, and the mid server will execute those tasks internally and like it will give us the result. Okay, just to be more clear how it is something like, let's say, okay, let's say it's a ServiceNow cloud. Okay, and you have something called as the mid server here. That is nothing but the, so this mid server will be in the internal network as I told you. Okay, and whatever the information we want, let's say we want the Windows Server information. Okay, and at the same time, let's say our database server, whatever it might be. Or about any network devices. Okay, if you want any of this information, let's say okay, from the ServiceNow cloud, it will be giving to this. Okay, from there, it is something like from the mid server. Okay, so like if you want any information from there, like all that information, like it will be transferred from the mid server through here. So it will be working like this. Clear? Any queries here?
No question. No questions I'm having.
Okay. So it will be working in that way. So that is nothing but the mid server. Okay. So if you just go deep into it, like we have so many things, but ideally, so that is the main thing why we will be using the mid server in the service now. Okay. So let's come back. So as we told, okay, it's a ticketing tool, cloud-based tool, and every time it's getting upgraded. Okay, so the people started using. Along with that, okay, so it has so many advantages along with those. Okay, so the one advantage is, let's say it will be giving us the demo version. We'll call it as the demo instance. Okay, so whatever we want to do, let's say if you want to learn the ITSM, okay, ITSM is nothing but IT service management. Okay, so this ITSM can be almost, I can say, like 90% of the course, 90% of the work, or 90% of the learning can be done using this demo instances. Anyone can request this demo instance. It's not like we have to pay something and then only we'll be getting the demo instance. No, the only requirement which you need to have if you want the demo instance is nothing but a internet connection, okay, and a Gmail ID, any email account that works. If you have this, okay, if you have this, then you will be able to connect to the service now. Okay, in just like 10 to 15 minutes, I'll show you how we need to open the account, create the account and all. Okay, so these are the only prerequisites to create the demo instance. Okay, so once we create the demo instance, okay, you can just like work on it. Along with that demo instance, it also provide us the demo data. Okay, so which will be useful for you when you are practicing it. Okay, so whenever any user wants to learn the service, now what they'll be doing is they'll be creating the demo instance and they'll start working on it. So it will work similar way how it will work in the organization level. Okay, so that is one more advantage. And also we have something called as the ServiceNow Developers Group. Okay, let's say you are working for a project. Okay, and you have some query. Okay, you are not able to fix that and like you need some help. Okay, so there will be some ServiceNow developer groups all over the world. Okay, so what you can do is you can just post your query in that group. Okay, I'll just show you how it looks also. So we'll be calling it in the ServiceNow terminology, we will be calling it as the community. Okay, ServiceNow community. So whenever you post any questions there, okay, so that will get answered like max to max. Like if it is a simple question kind of thing, it will get answered in 15 to 30 minutes max, because the people will be all over the world. Okay, so if you just pose that question, like the person from US can answer that, or the person from Australia can answer, whoever it might be, they, if they see your question and if they know the answer, they can just answer that question. Okay, and like there are also some perks, like if you answer more questions, okay, look, you'll get to know that like when you start using it, okay, you'll be made as a rising star there. Okay, so those are like, it is giving some perks also, so that the people will be interested in answering those questions. Along with that, like what it will be doing is it has something called as the learning sites. Okay, so if you want to learn something more about it, okay, so then you can just go to that learning site and learn about it. And also we have something called as the ServiceNow docs. Okay, ServiceNow docs is something like, can you people just go on mute? Like I'm getting some background noise. Thank you. Okay, so we have something called as the ServiceNow docs. Like if you have question on any topic, let's say glide record, I want to know more. Okay, you can just type in glide record ServiceNow docs. You will get whatever you want. Okay, so it has the complete docs, like whenever it introduced a new version, okay, it will try to update the docs also, so that like you will be getting the latest information in that. Okay, with all these things taken into consideration, still the service now is surviving in the market like without any big competitions. Clear till here?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's do one thing. So how many of you have the instance? Can you just like ping in the chat? Do you people has the ServiceNow instance, or let us create now? Can we create it now? Yes, no? Are you people there?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's create the ServiceNow instance. Okay. So to create the ServiceNow instance, as I told you, okay, only thing is browser, internet connection, and an account. Okay. So what you can type in is in this like browser, you can just type in ServiceNow. Okay. Developer instance. You have something called as a ServiceNow developer instance. Just type in that. Okay, and just open this home page. I'll just ping you this link, like if any one of you are not able to do it, so that you can just open that link directly. Whoever have it, that's fine. Okay, you can just try to open that instances. Whoever don't have it, they can just try to click on this link. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So once you are done with that, okay, so whatever the things which I told you, okay, so it is something called as the learn. Okay, we have something called as the learning plans, courses, certifications. Once you learn about the service now, we'll be having some certifications. That things we'll be discussing in our third day. Okay, but like here is the option where you can just enroll for the certification also. If you just click on that, it will be going to this page. Okay, so this is the page where all your certifications will get stored. Okay, so this is the certification page. And then as I told you, like if you want to learn about it, you have something called as the learning plans. But ideally, as a fresher, I don't prefer them to start learning here. Okay, they'll get confused. Okay, it's a little high level, but like this is the place like where you can learn the service now. Okay, that then you have something called as the reference. As I told you, you have something called as the product documentation, right? So this is the place. If you want information about anything in ServiceNow, okay, you can ask here. Let's see. I just want, okay, I just want to know more about this Yokohama release. I can just click on it. Okay, so it will give me, okay, what are the new features which I have it in the service now? Okay, what are the highlights here? Okay, what is the how we want to upgrade? Okay, and also one thing which I want to update here. Okay, so the most important thing is even the upgrades are taken care by service now. Okay, it's not our headache. Okay, so the only thing which we need to do is we have a portal called as the high portal where we will be just raising the high ticket. We'll see. Okay, so we just want our instance to be upgraded during this time. Okay, so just upgrade this so that like the service now will handle that and it will be upgrading it to the new version. The only thing which we need to do is like we just need to validate it whether it's working properly or not as before. Okay, so it has like initially we'll be learning, preparing it for the dev instance upgrade, verifying and scheduling, upgrading, testing and fixing. Okay, so these are the different steps which we have it in the upgrade. Okay, but ideally the only thing which you have to do is we just need to raise the high ticket, sit and relax. The ServiceNow will come into the picture. The people from ServiceNow team will come to you, okay, and they'll help you to upgrade the instance. Okay, upgrade the mid server, everything will be taken care by them. The only thing which you need to do is test it, whether it's working as expected or not. And if you have any issues, you can just raise one more high ticket saying that I have this issue. They'll get that resolved. Okay, so these you have it in the documents. And so here, let's see, I just want to know something about, okay, glide record. I'll be getting all the options here. I can just click on it. So that what will happen is like everything regarding this glide record will populate here. Okay, you can see here, right? Everything glide, what is this glide record, why is it used for, how to write the queries inside that, how to get the values from the records. Okay, what are the examples for that, what are the attributes, what are the different methods which we have in that, everything. And like if you want the clear explanation, like if you click on this explain this code, it will give you like each and every step. Okay, it will explain us whatever they have written here, so that code will also get explained here. So it is that sophisticated. Okay, like it will give everything end to end about the service now. And like if you feel it's too lengthy and you cannot read, okay, it's a 62 minutes to read. And like if you want to summarize it, okay, the AI is involved in this. Like if you just click on summarize, so it will integrate it with the chat GPT. Okay, and it will give you like the summarization of this complete page. See here. It is just like a 1 minute read. Okay, so the complete 62-minute read is converted into 1 minute read. Okay, it will just tell you what is glide record API, how is it used, why is it used, how to query, what are the dynamic attributes, how to retrieve the data, everything. Okay, and as I told you, okay, these documents are also get updated according to the versions, right? So you can see here, the release version is Yokohama version. Let's see, I just want to go to the previous version. I can just go to the Xanadu version. And if you are still using the Xanadu version, you can see this documentation. Okay, it's loading. Now you can see this Xanadu documentation. Like if there are new things, you have it, then you can see it in the, like whatever the your version is in. Okay, so that things that all the versions, ideally it will be showing the latest 4 versions. Okay, so this is about something about the documentation. So if you want to know more about CLI, UI framework, components, developer tools, everything, you can just see here. Reference overview is something like whatever the terminology which you use there. Okay, if you just want to know about it, okay, those things you can see it here. As I told you, you have something called as the guides. Okay, so the developer guides, developer glossary, you can just go through these things. Okay, it will tell us like what are the things, what are the resources which we have in it, how to learn, how to build, and all those things we have it here. Okay, and the next I'll talk more about this PTI. Okay, so this is the place where we need to create the instance. I'll tell you about this. So then we have something called as the connect. As I told you, we have something called as the community, where you can just post your question in the community. Okay, so this is also usually when we are working on the service now. So one thing which you have to open every day is this community. Okay, and docs. Okay, so these two are the instance anyways. So these are the like usually used things in the service now. Okay, so whatever you want, like as of now, you can see these many members are there in the service now. Okay, among those, like these many members are online. Okay, these many posts are there. Like if you want any information about, let's say I just want something, I have a question on business tool. Okay. So if I just type in there, it's loading. Okay, if I just type in there, I'll be getting whatever the questions which is asked on the business tool. Let's see here. Okay, so these many questions are asked on the business tool. Like if you have the same question which is answered, you can just go through that. Okay. What you want, a knowledge article, a developer program, or you have any questions, you can just join the community with the same credentials. Okay, once you log into the ServiceNow instance, so the same credentials will be applicable everywhere. Okay, you can do it here. And you have something called as the events. Okay, so ServiceNow will be conducting events in different places. Okay, so like 2 weeks back also it has it created an event like 2025 event, something like that. Okay, where the people are part of it. Like if you want to join, you can, like if it is held at your place, you'll get to know that. You can just go there. Okay, attend the event. Only thing which you need to do is like you need to register for that event and you can attend it. Okay, you have something blogs, and if you want to share anything, you can just share it. Okay, so these are the different things which we have in the service now, which we can make use of it. Now, let's come back. Okay, now, so as we have come to this link, let's click on sign in. Okay, so there are two options, sign in and sign up and start building. So like if you are a first time user, you need to click on the sign up and start building. You can just fill in these details. I'll just give you a minute. Okay, so just fill in these details and try to create an account. And let me know when it is done. Just ping here, like once you have entered all the details and registered there. Or you can just unmute and let me know. So the only details which you need to fill it here is the email, the first name, the country, password, confirm password. So just let me know and click on the sign into and click on sign up. Just let me know when you people has filled all those details. so that we can just go further. Just ping me here. Just ping me here. Is it done? Can we go further? Please let me know so that I can start the next thing. Like if you have that issues, you can just I'll just show you. Okay, you can just refresh the instance. If you have the issues in experiencing, like someone Raji has pinged that like experiencing some issues. Okay, you can just refresh the instance.
I mean, I refresh the instance in the sense like I have to log out and log in again, or like how I need to do this.
I'll just show you. Okay, so like I think like everyone has created an instance. Okay, so just give me a minute. Let me get my charger. Okay, let me just sign up. I already have an instance, so let me sign into an existing account. Okay, so mostly when you log in, like it should be this page. Okay, so if you want to refresh the instance, you can just click on your profile here. Okay, and you have something called as the refresh instance here. Okay, you can just do that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so if you are doing it for the first time, okay, so as I already have an instance, I'm just having it start build. Like for the people who was logging in for the first time, they will be having an option here to request the instance in the versions. Which version they want, they can just request the instance there. Okay, it's better to request the instance in the latest version, that is Yokohama version. Okay, you can just use this page, okay, and request the instance here. Can you see that page? Did you request the instance?
This also I have one small doubt.
Mm-hmm.
So I have already my PDI, like I was using for the last 2-3 months. From last week onwards, I'm not able to use it. So I thought I can give a request instance,
Mhm.
and I gave. Then from day before yesterday onwards, till now it is showing me I'm under the waiting list.
Okay. Nowadays,
So
it is
what?
something like, yeah, actually, you have to wait. Nothing can be done there. Because the thing
Okay.
is, so many people are requesting the instances. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
Okay.
reason, like, nowadays, it's in waiting list also.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
anyone has got that message apart from Abhivarsha, or are you able to request the instance? Are you in the ServiceNow page?
I'm facing the same issue.
Actually, this is Raji. Like, I have done refreshing the instance and logged out and logged in, but still I got the same message. But I just continued with start uh, building.
Okay.
So actually, nothing has happened. I think I can still use the ServiceNow instance. I just clicked on start building, and the page has come actually. But still, that message, like whatever I got, it's still there.
Actually, if you just click on start building, you will be able to see the instance there.
Hmm.
So how many of you are able to open this page?
Yeah, I was able to open the page.
Okay. So only one?
I'm able to. For me also not opening.
Not opening in the sense like the waiting
I
list
mean,
kind of error?
it's join wait list.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll just tell you like what are the things which we need to do it here. Okay. In the meanwhile, like let's hope that the instance should be up and you get the instance. Okay. It's like so many people are requesting for the instance. So that's the reason like you may get those errors. So one more thing is like once you create the instance, okay, so what the ServiceNow will be doing is because of these things, so many people, what they'll be doing is like they'll be creating the instance and they'll not work on the instance and it just let them go. Okay, so what ServiceNow will be doing is like if you're not using the ServiceNow instance for 10 days, okay, continuously 10 days, you have not opened the instance and you're not worked on it. So automatically the instance will be revoked. You will not have that instance after the 11th day. Okay, it is something like that. So ideally, like many instances will be like that. So when it is revoked, again, it will be assigned back to the people who are in the waiting list. Okay, so no worries, you'll get that. Okay, so in the meanwhile, let us go through some things, whatever we have discussed till now. Okay, so the first, as we have discussed about introduction to the service now. Okay, so what is ServiceNow? As I told you, it's a cloud-based platform that helps the organizations to automate and manage their business workflows, focusing on digital transformation and the service delivery. Okay, what are the key features in the ServiceNow? Okay, so as I told you, let's take an example of a ServiceNow. Okay, so if you in olden days, okay, in olden days, like whenever like you go to any, let's say some diagnostic for your health diagnostic center. Okay, they used to ask your details. Okay, the name, phone number, everything. Okay, and like they'll be providing you with this like slip kind of thing where you can just go and get the test done. But now everything is automated. Okay, so once you have registered, okay, so it will be a automatic notification to the person who is doing the test saying that like this person has these tests and this has to be done. And even the reports are digitized. Okay, digitalized. So you can see that reports when you just enter your phone, log into that site, enter your phone number, okay, any unique identifier. So when you just enter your phone number or email address, whatever it might be, you will be able to see the reports there itself. Okay, so it is something like I said, database kind of thing which is working in the back end. Okay, and like let's say after 6 months, you have gone to the same diagnostic center. Okay, they'll be telling you we have the details. Okay, just give me your phone number, and like you, if you want the reports, these are the your old reports and these are your new reports. Everything will be saved. Okay, everything will be tracked. Okay, so all these is happening because of the service now. Okay, service now has a functionality where it can, if we just fill the form, it can just save the form for years. Okay, and once when we try to retrieve that record, we will be able to do that. Okay, even it has some database, even the database will be maintained by the ServiceNow team. The only thing we need to do is whatever our information is there, we need to put it in that. Okay, we have some methods also to put the information in that, like if you have some network gates or, and let's say before, like if you want to maintain some servers, okay, if you want the list of servers, say for example, if the person has onboarded the company, okay, let's say he has taken some laptop, okay, he has taken some mobile phone, and then like he has taken some mouse, keyboard, or whatever it might be, several resources. Okay, and he is in the company for almost like 10 years. Okay, after 10 years, if he is leaving the company, if it is tracked in the Excel, so definitely will not have a proper track of it. Okay, we have to maintain like so many Excels, for one for the laptop, one for the mobile phone, one for the like the other devices which he has taken. Everything needs to be tracked, which is very difficult. Okay, so like in ServiceNow, we have a functionality where we can just like, or whatever the procurement, whatever the things which we have given to that user when he's offboarding. Okay, so there will be an email notification which will get triggered to him saying that like these are the things like company things which you have with you. So please submit those things. Then like your clearance will be done. Okay, so once they submit that things, then they'll be just check approve, approve, approve. Okay, it is a one click option. Okay, where they can just approve it. So once they have approved it, so he is free to go. Okay, everything will be tracked, and also like the asset ID. Say for example, if you are using some laptop. Okay, let's say if you are using some Dell laptop. Okay, in that Dell laptop, what is the configuration? Okay, what are the softwares which are installed in that? Even that we can make a track. Okay, which will make our life much easier. Okay, all that asset tracking, whatever I told you, that will be something called as the IT asset management. Okay, IT service management, as we have discussed before, like if you have any issues or if you want to find the root cause of the issue, or if you want to do some changes, say for example, you want to install any server, okay, or if you want to do any configuration for that, okay, then what you have to do is you have to raise a change request saying that this is the infrastructure change which I'm doing and I just want to get that done. Okay, so for that, like we will be using something called as the IT service management. Okay, and like we have discussed, like the remedy tools, there used to be have some people, okay, where they used to monitor the servers, and if there are any discrepancies in that, they used to create alert tickets and all. That used to happen before. But when ServiceNow came into existence, it is something like ServiceNow will be monitoring those things. Okay, there is no need of any people there. Before we used to have a people of almost like 15 to 20 people just for that alert management team. Okay, where they will be working, what I can say, 24/7. Okay, where they'll be monitoring the alerts, because so many applications are hosted on the servers, right? We cannot just leave it like that. If any server is down, like we have to be noted, the team has to be notified and they have to work on it. Okay, so that's the reason, like the service now, after the service now came into the picture, even that is taken care by the service now. Okay, it will just create a ticket automatically to the team saying that this server seems to be down. Okay, so please move it to the backup server. In some cases, we have done the automations where it will automatically move to the backup server. Even that is done. Okay, so that kind of operations we will be covering it under the IT operational management. Okay. So as we told, like the ServiceNow was founded in 2004. Okay, so initially it was into the IT service management space, and like in the later years, as I told you, it's into the ITOM, ITAM, ITBM, virtual agents, so many things. Even the AI is in picture now. Okay, so many things are happening. Okay, but initially it came into the market saying that like it's a ticketing tool and it helps in the IT service management. Okay, now, so as you can see, the latest version is Yokohama. Okay, but like as of now, we only have the instance for the Yokohama. Okay, but the all the organizations are already in Xanadu release, and they'll just start like in the next 6 months, they'll try to migrate to the Yokohama. So if you just see the highlights for the Xanadu, okay, I can see Agent AI is there. Okay, so this is something like what I can say a major thing which they have implemented in the Xanadu. Okay, so whenever you have any task, instead of the service desk agent, you might have heard about the service desk people, right? Like whenever you have any queries, like when you call to the people, service desk is the first point of contact who will be handling all your calls. Okay, so we have something called as the agent AI, which is like helping in that. It can automatically perform the task, and like if you have any complex task, like it will handle it. And even the customer service, as I told you, service desk will come under the customer service, right? That task will be handled by the agent AI, and even the HR task, HR onboarding. So whenever you join any company, so it will be same for anyone. Okay, and only the groups will be changed, but ideally assigning the laptop or assigning the ID card, creating the email account, everything will be same. Okay, so even those tasks will be handled by this agent AI. Okay, and the next skill which it has is something called as a now assist skill set. Okay, now assist is nothing but the Gen AI it has. Okay, so for some specific things, instead of we doing it manually, everything is done by this now assist, which makes life much easier. Okay, and also one good thing is ServiceNow is in the mobile also. Okay, so let's say like if you are sending approvals for any of the uh, things for VPs or something like that, the higher people. Okay, it's easy for them. They can just relax. Okay, even if they are in vacation, they can just open the tool. Okay, they can just open the tool, click on it, and like the approval will be done. And they and if they have any notifications, it will be directly come to their Outlook, and they can just click on approve, so that like there will be an automation which is happening the service now in the whenever you approve it in the Outlook. Okay, in the service now also it will get auto approved. So it has that functionality from long back. Okay, apart from that, like there were so many assist skills which get added here. And we have data visualization generation, like based on the issues which you are getting. Say for example, most of the times you are getting some issues on the server. Okay, it will just give you an insight saying that like every time you are getting issue on this server on this day or on this time. Okay, so that like you can take some measures during that time to get that resolved. Okay, that insights will also be provided. Chat and email reply generation. As I told you, as the now agent has come up, like it has become more and more easy to interact with it. And like we can also see, we have inbuilt integrations. Okay, inbuilt integrations, it is just like next kind of thing where you'll how you'll be installing the applications. Okay, you have those kind of things, like if you want to integrate with some tools. Okay, integration with the Microsoft Copilot has came into picture. Okay, responsible AI. Okay, So like you can see Raptor Database Pro. This Raptor Database Pro is something like whenever you search any data in the ServiceNow, it will be in seconds, like it will show you the answer. To happen, like to make that possible, it has increased its database capacity also, and it has increased something like changed his database also to the Raptor database. Okay, and like as I told you, fluent, like whatever the definitions you want, two-way synchronization, okay, whatever you want, okay, everything will be done instantly. Okay, you have something called as the developer sandboxes, okay, where it is something like it is providing us some virtual instances, okay, to get the work done. So once you start using this ServiceNow tool, okay, then you will come to know this actual picture of what is happening and all. Okay, theme builder options are there, auto box options, user experiences, the mobile platform enhancements came into picture. As I told you, like the service now can be used on mobile also, right? Like the agent to agent chat, intelligent self-service integrated, like the chatbots are integrated with it. Even the workspaces are there in the service now. Okay, the virtual agent, as we have discussed before. Okay, we have something called as a virtual agent, right? Like even that is getting integrated with the team Slack. So what will happen is, so whenever you type something in the Microsoft Teams saying that like I has this issue and I want this issue to get resolved, so this Microsoft Teams will get integrated with the service now, so that what will happen is a ticket will get created in the service now. Okay, even if you just chat in the Microsoft Teams, a ticket will get created in the service now. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay, and also the new landing page feature. Okay, there were so many things like which we have implemented in Senado, and you in Yokohama there were like addition of these things. Okay, then coming to the platform positioning, as I told you, the initially it is something like the IT service management which came into the picture. Then later we have something called as the HRSD. Okay, it will be mostly useful for the humans. Sorry, HRs. Okay, it is something like all the HR task. Okay, even right from the call scheduling to the people or picking up the resumes. Okay, setting the calls with the people. Okay, sending an automated responses to the people, setting up the calls. Everything will be done by these tools. Okay, and also we have some customer service management. Okay, so at each and every step, whatever our requirement is, we have one module which is already available in ServiceNow. So the only thing is something like you have to make use of it and you have to know about it. But to know all of this, okay, but to start your journey in ServiceNow, I can say this ITSM module or the ServiceNow fundamentals is something like a alphabets kind of thing. Until and unless you know this ITSM module well, you will not be able to do anything in the ServiceNow. It's like the alphabets in the English language. Okay. So once you know the alphabets, then only you can form the words, sentences, then you can speak, and like everything will be done only once you know the alphabets. It's the same way here. Okay, the ITSM is the core module here. So once you know that well, then like you can crack whatever you want. Okay. So the platform positioning, as I told you, the single system of records and actions. Okay, it has a single data model and like architecture. It has some enterprise-wide service delivery. Usually, we will be using this ServiceNow tool as the enterprise level tool. Enterprise level tool is something like, okay, so we might have many tools there, but ideally enterprise level tool is something like every like it is approved to be used by all the people in the enterprise. Okay, whatever your situations might be or whatever your questions might be, then definitely it is something like you can be used it in the enterprise wide. Okay, AI powered intelligence, as we have already seen that agent AIs. And one like one good thing here is something like low code or no code things. Okay, I'll I'll not say like you don't have any code at all. That may be a wrong statement, but ideally it is something like you will be having the code, okay, but it's like a simple code. So once you are familiarized with the JavaScript, then definitely you can do that. Okay, and nowadays we have so many AI tools which will help us in coding also. Okay, once you know how and where and when to do it, then it's easy for you. As I told you about the ITSM, best practices automation, operational efficiency and cost reduction. Okay, because like when the service desk agent is doing it, so what used to happen is like there may be missing some KPIs, missing some SLAs. This used to happen. But nowadays it's not like that, right? Like everything can be done using this ServiceNow tool and it will be working round the clock. So we don't have any issues there. Employee self-service. Whenever they want to raise the tickets, either they can raise it from the teams or they can just chat with the AI agent and they can just raise it. Okay. And HRST. Okay, so these are some advantages in ITSM. Coming to the HRST, unified employee experience. Okay, so whenever a person is onboarded, okay, everything will be done in the service now. And if they have any queries, they can just raise a concern in the service now, so that like it will be sending us an email to the HR and they can respond to that. And the payroll policies, inquiries, everything can be stored inside the service now, okay, inside a single tool where they can just access it, and even the HR's job will become more easier. Okay, it's not necessary like whenever a new employee is onboarded, it's not necessary for them to send a emails, follow up with them, what is that, what's happening with this, nothing. Okay, even the transparency will be there, so that like it can be usable both from the HR level and from the employee level, where is the status and all. And HR automation, cross department workflows. Okay, say for example, if you want to create, if a user is onboarded, okay, let's say, and if you want the laptop to be procured, so definitely it's not the HR team who will be taking coming into the picture, it will be the procurement team. Okay, so what will happen is, so a request is raised automatically when a user is onboarded. Okay, the HR will just initiate that request. So a task will be assigned. So a ticket kind of thing will be assigned to the procurement team, saying that this person XYZ has onboarded. Okay, so please provide him the laptop. Okay, so like it is something like we can work with the cross-functional team also. It's not something like if we are working with the HR team, it's only with the HR team. No. Okay, we can work with 10 teams, and from the 10 teams we can get the input, and from the 10 teams we can get the output. Okay, personalized HR support. AI, and like we have some knowledge management kind of things, and like if you have initially when you're onboarding any company, we'll be having so many questions. What is our leave policy, what is our payment, like how it will be done, when it will be done, so many questions will be there. Okay, so for all those questions, okay, we have something called as the AI agents, where it will be integrated in our Microsoft Teams itself, so we can just chat with them and get that queries answered. Employee satisfaction, because like if we have all these things, definitely the employees will be satisfied, because if we have a quick resolution, so definitely we are happy. Confidentiality will be there, and like it will not be transferred to the other people, it will be personalized to you. And coming to the customer service management, we have the connected customer journeys, customer self-service. Okay, so these are like some of the advantages we have it in the CSM module. Okay, coming to the ITSM concepts. So before going there, let's go back to our instance.
I have a quick question here on the positioning.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent presentation, means learning a lot of things here. So my question is, especially means ServiceNow integrates very well with Workday, your SAP HR modules, so means the other than Dex, Zoho, nowhere it comes close. Means it's the enterprise best solution, like you said. My question is pertaining to the Indian market. Like a lot of GCCs are coming, like more than 1,600 and counting. More are there.
Yes.
So every company, or means these company, they are directly reaching to service now, or they are partner like SCL or or the other implementation partners. So what should be that unique pitch where we can position service now from your experience? Because everybody is being selling the same thing, that uh, the deal construction when we are giving to them, highlighting service now benefits is almost the same. What is that thing that you think that should be highlighted here?
So as I told you, okay, so we have the flexibility to integrate with all the tools as you have told me. Okay, GCCs. Usually the GCCs, like when we have it for different sectors, when we have the GCC at a single place, but like the business will be in different
Hello.
sectors, different
Anyone there?
sorry, different sectors, different countries. Okay, the people before implementing the service now, the people might be
I'm
familiar
not
with the.
getting a audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You can just rejoin like if you're not able to hear us. Okay. So like ideally, like the people got used to so many tools. Okay. I cannot say. Okay, the people are used to so many tools. So what will happen is like the service now, what we can say is we can easily integrate with those tools. Ideally, what will happen is when the people will, if you are talking about the GCC, like there are some field level people also where they'll be just working in the fields. Okay, key account managers and all. They'll not come to every. They'll not have some laptops or they don't have any of these things. What they can do is they can just use the mobile, okay, create the request and that will be done. Okay, so it is user friendly, okay, mobile friendly, no need to come into the system and also no need to connect to any networks. So in that way, like it makes our life more simple.
Yes.
Did that answer your question?
Means a part of it 100% means because if a company means either they will be having service now already implemented in these large firms, or they will be it will be a greenfield implementation. If a greenfield implementation is there, which is fine, then means we can design all everything according means all, with all the peripherals within scope. But if the customer has already some service now things are there, means we can say that we will make the process more speed, expertise. We will find the gap areas, the missing deadlines, the and like you said, the new capabilities like on the field. So I'm just looking for that service now unique positioning part where we can say that yes, service now if means how we can differentiate from other people, because every company will be pitching the same thing. How we can create that difference in positioning service now?
So as I told you, like it has the capability to integrate with other tools. Okay. So in that it is something like it will be unique. Okay. Because all the tools cannot be integrated with the other tools and also it has some mobile usage functionality. So that like with that mobile usage functionality also it can be used and also it can be used as a platform as a service. Okay. If you want to do any workflow automations will be having low code or no code things. Okay. And also we can say it can be used as an enterprise wide. It's not pertaining to a single team. Okay, like if we have say some 100 teams in our organization, so for all the 100 teams, like if you want to assign the request and or if you want to assign some work, we can just do it using this ServiceNow tool. And also it has like the most powerful thing which we like everyone will be using it is the CMDB. Okay, we can use the CMDB at the core. Okay, if you want to store any data, no need of any other tools. We can just handle all the things in a single thing called as a CMDB. Okay, and we have some what I can say the integrations as I already told you. It will be useful, and also the like what I can say a single data model, unified data model we call it as same database, same architecture. Okay, each and every time no need to switch the databases, connect to the different databases, all those things it's not needed. Anyways, automation is also there. So with
Right.
all these things, we can say like it's more competitive when compared to different tools. Like as I told you, BMC Remedy, Jira tools, CA tools, so many tools are there. But apart from this, like this is unique because of all these features. Is it clear now?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Great. Any other questions before moving further?
All right. So before moving further, we'll have a 15 minutes break, D'Souza, so
Mm-hmm.
that just people can refresh themselves. So
Yep.
probably it's like 12:50. So we'll catch up at 1:05.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. So all right, guys. So just take some break. After that, also we have a lot of content that we need to cover, and of course we'll also have a question and answer sessions once again. There are many people who have created the doubts and they need to ask. So we'll have a Q&A sessions once again. So let's take a break. You can be on a call and you can put yourself on a mute, and then we'll come back again at 1:05 exactly, and then we can start the session once again. Okay. All right, guys. We'll take a break. Thank you.
This is a one more question I have.
Okay. Piyush, can we take that question later on? I think that D'Souza
Yeah,
might have
sure, sure,
went for a break. Yeah. Thank you,
sure, sure, sure,
Piyush.
sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Welcome back. So let's wait for max 2 minutes. I know
Yep.
people will be late for 2 minutes, so after 2 minutes we can start.
Yeah, sure.
So in the meantime, means people are joining. Means I just wanted to
Yes, please.
Yeah,
carry further
please.
that question.
Yes, please tell me.
My question is from is all from sales point because I do BD for SL Tech and I take to market service now very well. So means
Mhm.
I'm just means what I have been doing to position service desk is taking help of the various alliances and the network partnership that we have
Mhm.
across means from reseller partnership, from technology, from consulting partner. So that is how the uniqueness and positioning that we do. Where I struggle into pitch in or just to move back any deal is when the customer is already having service now from a different company. Then how to means position means then it all becomes the same thing that if they screw up, then we get that job.
So, like what I understood is like if the people are already using service now, so like you want them to position from your company, right? Is my understanding right?
Yeah, something on those lines means how I can position a service now because how I can say that okay we have everything in place for service now.
Yeah.
We are able to position it. We are able to provide all the solution mapping. Like the one thing that like co-pilot one that was new for me.
Mm-hmm.
That interaction was new. So what are the
Okay.
other avenues like agentic AI is there? So
Mm-hmm.
where are those avenues where you see that enabling service now that GRC is there? It also
Mm-hmm.
means from ITSM to HR then to GRC. What are the other avenues where you see that can be a uniqueness for us?
Okay, like you
Anything?
want any something like the new features in the
Yeah,
service
new
now
features,
where
upcoming features.
like it
Yes,
will be
yes.
useful for you to like market the thing, right?
Right. Especially from
Mm,
GCC standpoint in India.
okay, so something like we have something like the new feature which is came up in let's say I think like this year only. That is something like the Employee Center Pro. Like if you
Okay.
have heard about it. Okay, it is something like a centralized notification. Okay, how we will be getting the notifications like if we have any updates or any approvals, tasks, like okay, so those all things can be centralized. The notification panel will be there in that, and along with that, like we have something called as the AI powered search. Okay, so that is also a new thing which is implemented, and like we will be having something called as where we can book the appointments. Okay, appointment booking is also enabled here. So whenever we have any events, okay, if you want
Mhm.
to schedule any appointments, okay,
Mhm,
and if
mhm,
you
mhm.
want to do that, you can do it using this tool. Okay, using this Employee Center Pro enhancement which we came up. Okay, you can do that using that. And also we have something called as a Microsoft 365 integration
Mhm,
in the
mhm,
Outlook. Like we have that Microsoft 365 integration, which is also will be more and more useful because like most of them will be using that. Okay,
mhm,
virtual agents anyways, I think yeah, you know about it. Predictive
mhm,
intelligence also, like you know about it.
mhm.
mm, we have something called as a team viewer remote control integration also is enabled in ServiceNow. Like it is also enabled recently only. That will also be more useful. You know about the team viewer?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, that like usually we will use this team viewer to like start the remote sessions and all when we are connected with the third party teams. No, like they will be using the team
Yes.
viewer. So even that integration is possible using the service now.
This is helpful. This is
Hmm.
helpful.
Okay. Mm,
And how about the events? What are like for SAP? We have Sapphire. Means what are the key events, especially in India, where service now or get positioned a lot? Like we have like for AWS, we have for SAP, we have.
Events in the sense like what events you're talking about?
Any
Any
special events are
webinars
there?
kind of
Yeah, special event like for Snowflake, we have a Snowflake week, we have AWS
we
week.
have, that's what I showed you, right? Like we have some webinars like where we have the events there. When I open the instance, we have something called as the ServiceNow events there, right? Like if you have any events
No,
hmm,
key event of in India Geo where we should focus heavily.
actually the latest event, I think it happened in US. Okay.
Mm.
So if I talk about
It
India,
it
I remembered like attending the last event last year. Tausif, yeah, if you have.
Yeah, so this year the event happened on 5th and 6th. Okay,
Hmm.
that is the Knowledge 25. It was a big
Okay.
event for 2 to 3 days, and
Uh,
we also have that documents where what was the event all about and what was the things that what the people got from that event. Okay,
nice.
um, and
Wonderful.
I know that there are no more events organized in India because maximum crowds comes from globally. But
Mhm.
there are some companies like Lightfast, okay, they organize an event with their own internally. Okay.
Mhm.
And I was listening to discussions about you, like how you can position yourself when people are already using ServiceNow. So there are some course like pre-sales accreditations, okay, and
Mhm.
post-sales accreditation. So you can go through that course on Now Learning. You'll get a good idea about that, like how to pitch the customers who are already a part of ServiceNow and who are not a part of ServiceNow. And on top of that, what I can recommend you is like play with the numbers, okay, and make a use cases of the product that you're offering. And if you
Mhm.
see that the product is already being used by that company, so try to
Mhm.
make a use cases with the numbers that you are showing that okay, you are increasing the number and you are decreasing the number, and what are the impact when they use your services rather than their services.
Mhm. Mhm.
So numbers play a very important role there. So of course you have to have that very high level marketing team where they can try to analyze everything and come up with the numbers. And of course the numbers are not very close, but at least you can come near to that number and you can pitch because numbers play and figures are very important to impress clients.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I
So
mean, this is yeah.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
So that is for the deal constructs when those are there. So we go with them with a transition plan. We say that this is the chain management that we will be doing differently, or the POC that we will be doing.
Yes. So
Yes,
actually, I told
making
my secret to you because we also do the things like okay.
it.
So when we have like when I go on the customer call for taking the projects for implementation for HackNow, so I do this pitching for them. So they really get impressed on that part. Okay, because when you just show the PPT, everyone come and show the PPT, but nowadays
Right.
clients need something unique which other people don't show. So that is a
Right.
personal secret that I've shared from my end.
No, thank you. Thank you. Absolutely helpful.
All right. D'Souza, over to you. We can continue with the
Yep.
sessions.
Oh, sure. So any other questions? Anyways, like I think like the last 30 minutes we'll be having the sessions for the questions. So in the meanwhile, let's go to the instance and do some practical things. We had almost like 2.5 hours, but still I feel that like the time is not sufficient to get the things. Yes. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. So once we log into the instance, okay, just to change the look and feel of it. Okay, so like here, like if you just open your instance, like you can seeing the service now, like their branding and everything is there. But like if you are doing it for your own company, okay, if you are doing it for your organization, you just don't want the service now to be there. It has to be your company name. Okay, and also the look and feel has to be changed according to the requirement. So in order to do all those things, we have something called as the basic configuration. Okay, we have something called as the basic configuration UI 16, where you can just go there. Okay, and like you can change your look there. If you want to change the banner, text, logo, okay, whatever you want, you can just change that. So in the service now, like it's broadly. Okay, so ideally, like it is divided into parts. We call this as the banner. Okay, so this we'll call it as the navigator frame. And like whenever, whatever you click on it, based on that, like this content will be coming up. So this we call it as the content frame. Banner, navigator, content frame. And in that navigator, we have the applications and modules. Okay, so in the navigator panel, I've just we can search whatever we want, like wherever we want to go. So I just want to change the configuration. So that's the reason I have just navigated to the basic configuration UI 16. So there you can see like the page header caption. Okay, let me show here. Okay, the header caption, and then you can something called as the browser tab title. So when you open any title, it is showing us the service now, right? Like if you just want to change this, you can change that. And like the time zone, if you want to change, you can change it. Date format, time format, background color, text color, strip color, whatever you want. You can just change all those things. Okay, as of now, let's change page header caption to, let me make it as ITSM. Browser tab title instead of service. Now I'll just make it as no. Okay, in this, like I just want to change the image. I just want to update my HackNow image here. Okay, I can just like include my HackNow image here. It's uploading the file. Okay. Now, if I just want to change the colors, I can do it. Like if I just click on it, like I can see different colors. Okay, I can just change color whatever I want. And in the same way, banner text color. Okay, banner text color. If you click on it, header divide strip color. Okay, so like all the look and feel of the complete page can be changed using this. Okay, and you also have some themes. Okay, if you want to change the themes, you have an option to change the themes. So once you have done with all those things, you can just click on save. Okay, so we need to, as it is the web-based thing, we have to refresh it, then only we'll be able to see it. Sometimes, like until and unless you log out, you'll not be able to see the changes. Let us refresh and check, or otherwise I can just log out and show you. Okay, so if you just see here, this got changed and even the name got changed to Snow ITSM. Can you see this here? Okay, before it used to be ServiceNow Management. Like, let me deal with this page. Okay, and you can see before it is the ServiceNow tab. Now it got changed to Snow, and also this got changed to Snow ITSM. And like I didn't change any colors. If you want to change the colors and all also, you can just change it. Okay, so this is the place where we can change all the colors, do all the changes, do all the modifications, whatever you want, you can just do those things. Okay, and also it will be different for different users. Okay, that we can discuss later. So this is the place where you can just change the look and feel of it. Now, just coming back to our concepts, as I told you in the ITSM, so it's the main thing. So in the ITSM, we have something called as the incident management, which we'll use a lot. So ideally, the incident management is something like we will be using it for the, if we have any issues, let's say you're working and suddenly your mouse stopped working. Okay, so that is something like a incident is something what I can say is sudden disruption of the service, or if your internet suddenly stopped working, that will also come under the incident. Okay, so whenever incident is something like incident logging will be there, notifications and escalations, incident classification based on the identification, incident prioritization. If we have the high critical incidents, like the SLS will be different. For the low incidents, SLS will be different. Okay, the investigation, resolution, closure, all this comes under the incident management. Okay, so the main things I'm just talking about the main concepts in ITSM. One is the incident management, where if you have any issues, okay, we will be logging this incident. Incident, like you can just remember, it is something like sudden disruption of any service. We call it as an incident. Then comes the change management. Okay, say for example, you want to install any application on the server. Okay, so that is something like you are changing the infrastructure. Okay, you are changing the infrastructure of your organization. If you are changing the infrastructure of your organization, there has to be some approval which needs to be taken. You cannot just do as you want, because like there were so many applications hosted on that particular server. Okay, so for that, like we have something called as a change advisory board, where like there are group of people who will be validating the change, and if they feel that like it will not impact any other applications, then they'll be approving the change. Okay, and what is the risk associated with it? If you are doing a major change, say for example, if you are deploying something into the servers, okay, so that should not impact the existing functionality of it. Okay, so even the risk factor needs to be considered. And standardization. Standardization is something like they will be having some pre-approved changes. Pre-approved changes are something like every quarterly we have to like reboot some servers. Okay, so that is like the pre-approved change. Okay, no need to take any approvals from anyone. Like it's the pre-approved, like every 3 months we can just schedule the job so that it can be rebooted and all. So all these things comes under the change management. Next comes the problem management. Problem management will come into picture only when, like say for example, you are having some network issue. Okay, let's say. Okay, so initially the person has, you have some network issue at your home. Okay, so initially the person has came up, changed the router. Okay, so it worked. Okay, so he has raised some change management ticket, and like he changed the router at your home and he left. Okay, so let's say after a month, again you got the same issue. The person has came up saying that like again the router is down. Okay, so the next time he has changed it. Okay, and then he left. Then the third time, like if you face the same issue again, it is something like reoccurrence of the incident again and again. Okay, so the person cannot change the router again and again because it's a cost associated with it. So definitely he has to find the root cause of it. Why is the router is down again and again? It might be a issue at my end. I might have some electrical issues where it's making fluctuations kind of thing, where it's making my server down or like the router down. So it has to be fixed. The root cause has to be fixed. It's not always the temporary fix which we will be doing it. So the problem management mainly concentrate on the root cause analysis. Why the incident is happening again. It has to, we have to find the root cause of it and get that issue resolved. Okay, ideally, like initially it's like we cannot waste our time finding the root cause. Initially we'll fix that using the incident, but in the later case I don't want that issue to be repeated again and again. In that case, so definitely I have to work on the root cause of it. Okay, so ServiceNow allows linking incidents to problem records. Okay, so we have something called as the proactive and reactive. Okay, problems can be identified either proactively or reactively. Okay, based on the response. Next, as I told you, like conclusion, the ITSM is like the combination of this incident management, change management, problem management, and this and all these things. Okay, let's navigate here. Okay, so let's navigate to the simple questions here. Okay, then we can just like take further questions. Okay, so the first question, to quickly find and open a specific application or module within the service now. What is that we have used now? So let's say to open that basic configuration. Okay, what are the things which we have used? Connect chat, activity stream, application navigator, or system settings. You can just unmute yourself. Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's the application navigator which we have used to navigate to a specific application. Okay, next, the second question. Which ITSM module is primarily used for restoring normal service operation as quickly as possible and minimizing the adverse impact on business operations? We just discussed about all the ITSM things, right? So what is that like if we have any issue, what kind of thing you will be raising it to get that quickly resolved? Is it a problem ticket or a change ticket or an incident ticket or a service catalog?
Incident management.
Perfect. Okay, it's an incident management. So whenever you have any issue, you can just raise an incident so that it can be resolved quickly. So when managing IT assets through their life cycle from procurement to disposal, which ITSM module is most relevant?
IT asset management.
Perfect. If an IT user wants to request a new laptop, software installation, or access to a specific system, okay, they would typically use the service catalog component. Okay, service catalog component is something like it is a bundle of things. Okay, where like the user can just let's say if you are taking an example of the same onboarding. Okay, the HR will just raise the request. So once he raised the request, so this will be a bundle of things which will be happening automatically one after the other. Okay, so those things we will be doing it under the service catalog. Okay, so what about the fifth one? What is the primary purpose of the change advisory board in the change management? You can just read through the things and let me know.
To review, it's B, to review, assess risk, and approve significant or high impact fees.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so that is used to whenever we actually change advisory board doesn't care much about the technical implementation. It only cares like whether there is any risk associated with it or any impacting, like it is impacting the other things. Okay, so that's what it looks into it. So coming to the matching. So let's see what is incident management. You can just like let me know what is the column in the B, primary purpose of it. You can just like ping in the chat also. One is C, yes. Restoring the normal services, yes, yes, you're right. Problem management. Let me maximize it. You can just like unmute yourself and answer that. Problem management.
Identifying underlying causes of recurring incidents and preventing future issues.
Perfect, perfect. Problem management is used for identifying the root cause of it. Right, you're right. Change management. managing and controlling modifications to IT services and infrastructure. Yes. You're right. Okay, change management is used to manage the controlling notifications to IT services and infrastructure. The service catalog.
Providing a centralized place for users to request IT
Perfect.
services, hardware, and software.
Yes. Whenever we want to request anything, like this is the place where in service catalog we can request it through IT services, hardware or software B. Yes. Knowledge management is something like where, like if you want to share your knowledge, okay, let's say you have worked on an installation, or if you have worked on an issue, okay, like if you are leaving your company, or like if you are not available, so like there should be some knowledge thing which needs to be transferred to the other people, right? So that's why we will be creating something called as the knowledge articles, where the that is also a part of the service now, where the people can just open that knowledge article and see how it needs to be done. Okay, so that is nothing but the knowledge management. Okay, so now can we just see a scenario where we can create a basic incident workflow using the flow designer? Are you people ready with it? Or you want to do to link a problem record to an incident? Okay, let me take the scenario. Let us try to implement this flow designer. Okay, so what we want to do is flow designer is something like a flow kind of thing. Okay, whenever we want to do any automation kind of things, we will be using this flow design. So what I want to do is whenever an incident is created, and if the incident has the configuration item as database, and I just want to set the assignment group as database and send the notification to the assignment group. So let us perform this using the flow designer in our instance. So I'll be just opening the flow designer here. Click on it. Okay, so I want to create a new flow here. Let me create a flow. So I just want to give some name. Okay, I'll just give it as incident flow. If I want to describe something, I can just describe here incident flow for automating the assignment, the flow. Okay, so we have something called as the trigger condition here. So according to us, like the trigger condition is something like when the incident is created and if the incident has the configuration item as database. So I'll just say so if the record is created, okay, on which table you want to create the record, it will be on the incident table. So these things will be more clear to you. So when we take the classes. So there, like we have a step-by-step things where we'll be initially discussing about like what is ServiceNow, okay, what are the changes, like as I showed you just the demo of the basic configuration, we'll go little deep into it. So once after that, like we'll talk about the different tables we have it in the ServiceNow. Once we discuss about the different tables, then we can just discuss about the different modules we have it in ServiceNow. After that, like we'll come to the service catalog, how we need to create an item, then we'll come to the flow designer. Okay, so this may seems to be a little difficult to understand as of now, but like if we go by step according to the course curriculum, like it will be super easy to you people. Okay, I just want to show now. I just want to showcase like the ServiceNow functionality of it, how powerful the ServiceNow is. Okay. So the condition is something like I just want the configuration item to be database. Okay, so when the incident is created, if the configuration item is database wizard, okay, so automatically what I have to do, I have to set the assignment group as database. So I'll just take the action. I just want to update the record here. So no, you can see here, nowhere I'm writing much code. Okay, I'm just using the existing functionalities and I'm taking it. Okay, I just want to update the same record. So I'll just update the same incident record here. So what I want to update here, I just want to update the assignment group as database. So whenever an incident is created with this configuration item as database wizard, automatically the assignment group will be set to database here. Okay, and along with that, let's say I just want to send a notification also. Okay, I can just send. You have something called as a send email, send notification. I just want to send a notification as of now. Okay, on which record I just want to send it? I just want to send it on this incident record. Okay, and I can just select the existing notification or I can create a new notification also. Both are possible. Okay, I'll just like do these 3 steps just for the demo purpose. Okay, and I just want to test how is it working now. Okay, so now let me save this. Okay, so once it's saved this, I just want to show you how it works. Let me create an incident. So my requirement is something like whenever an incident is, let's say, created with the configuration item as database wizard, okay, it should come up. Test flow designer. Okay, so before publishing it, I just want to check how it works. Okay, so as of now, you can see the assignment group is empty. Okay, so now what I can do is I can just test it how it works. I'll just test it. Okay, and I'll just take this incident record. So if I run this test, okay, you can see the result here. So you can see everything is completed. Okay, and like if you want to see the record, you can just click on this, open that record. Can you see this? It is set to database automatically. Okay, so we have done nothing. So whenever an incident is created with this configuration item, like if the flow designer will be running automatically and we can see that the assignment group is set. Okay, so it's based on some rules. We are automating the things. Okay, so that's how the ServiceNow works. So it is just a basic example which I have shown you. So there were so many things which we can automate it using this ServiceNow. Okay, and like if you want to add any users to some groups, okay, easily you can add it. You can just fill the form so that users will be added automatically. No need of any manual intervention there. Okay, apart from that, like if you want to build any server, virtual server build will be there, which is like more and more complicated, and it involves many people like to build that. Okay, and it almost takes 2 days for a person to build that virtual server, but that can be simply automated by using the ServiceNow tool, and that can be easily done within 2 hours. Because we are taking 2 hours, that is because like to replicate the things. Okay, that's the only thing like which is done, but ideally the ServiceNow can complete all the things within a 15 minutes of time. Okay, so that powerful is the ServiceNow tool. Okay, so I think like with this, I'll conclude my things. Okay, so tomorrow we can just see more magic about the service now. So do you people have any questions? Yes, feel free to ask your questions here. Any questions regarding the whatever topics we have discussed, or any questions regarding the service now or catalog, whatever it might be. Okay, you can just like ask your questions. Feel free to unmute yourself, or you can just post your questions in the chat also. Anything is fine. So coming to Mano's question, what will be the impact of AI in service now? That's what I'm telling you, right? Like the AI is integrated with service now. Okay, the AI is integrated with service now. So what's happening is like as it is integrated, so it will be useful. There is nothing like impact of AI. Okay, so I can say instead of the impacts, I can say the use of utilizing AI in service now. We have the workflow automations can be done. Okay, AI agents are there, predictive intelligence is there, AI capabilities can be increased, so that like we can increase the productivity, decision making, like no need of any person who needs to analyze all the things and take the decision. The AI itself can just check all the insights, and based on that it can take the decision, which improves the customer experience, and also the cost reduction will be there as number of people has reduced. So the AI and the ServiceNow will go hand in hand. Okay, and like ServiceNow is utilizing the AI to increase its capabilities, I can say. Did that answer your question, Mano? Okay, great. Thank you. So any other questions? Yes, Vikas, definitely. Okay, with the zero coding prior knowledge, yes, you can do it. Okay, but it is something like initially, as I told you, like the ITSM thing, you have to work as a ServiceNow administrator. Okay, so once you complete this, like when you take the trainings with the HackNow, so initially what we'll be doing is we will be for the like as Tausif told you people, okay, for the people who are freshers and who want to switch their career to from other tools to the service now, or who wants to like using it for the first time, who doesn't have any coding experience, yes, they can do it. So how the hack now will take it is something like initially they'll we'll be starting it with the ServiceNow basics, ServiceNow administrative tasks, then the ServiceNow developer thing along with the JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript is not much complicated. Okay, once you start using it, and also the ServiceNow has the predictive intelligence, as I told you. Okay, so whatever the things which you want to type in, okay, so like you can see each and everything there. Okay, with the examples. Okay, so you can just make use of it and you can excel in that. So there were so many people who are from non-technical background taking the trainings and they crack their jobs. Definitely you can make your profile as a permanent job. Yes, you can do it. There's no doubt in that because we have a proven record of it. So mostly the mid servers are used as a communication. Okay, when we want to send any data, yes, we can use it in both the ways. It acts as the what I can say a gatekeeper kind of role. It takes place. Okay, and it will only allow the secure data. So please feel free to post your questions, or you can just unmute yourself and ask any questions if you have it. Or otherwise, we can just like wait for 5 to 10 minutes and we can conclude the session.
Guys, please ask the question if it's technical, non-technical, anything about your job, anything about your resume, anything about the companies, okay, that trend in service now. Any general questions also you can ask.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, is flow design is a replacement of workflow?
Yes, ideally we used to have something called as the workflow editor before. Okay, so in the workflow editor, we need to write some code for the approvals or whatever it might be in order to get the record, get the data and all those things. So ideally the like as I told you, the service now wants to implement low code, no code kind of thing. So that's the reason it came up with the flow designer where like they're using this flow design, like as I just showed you, like we can just drag and drop the things so that the records will be coming automatically. We call it as a data picker, data pills, and we can pick it up. Yes, it is the replacement of the workflow editor, but still some people who have already used some workflows, it is still working with the workflows also. Initially, it want to replace completely the workflow editor with the flow designer, but in many of the organizations who are using the service now from past like 20 years or so, okay, so they have many workflows which are already written. So that's the reason like the workflows are not totally deprecated, but like the latest developments which we are doing, we are currently doing it using the flow designers only. So coming to your question, Hassan, regarding the course structure and the contents, you can just like book your demo with the people so that like with the Tausif and team so that they can help you to get the complete knowledge about it. Anyways, we will be posting the links again. Okay, so that you can just book your demo consultation on that.
Correct. We will post the link and as well as yeah, we are recording this session. So you will also get the recordings and we are also trying to upload it on YouTube by today end of the day. So you can get access on the YouTube channel.
So definitely the YouTube name will be the HackNow. So you can just like browse it through the HackNow channel. Pallavi, you can just ping our YouTube channel name also. The link.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I will be sharing the link.
Yes, Banu, like the thing is like within 3 days, as I told you, okay, we can just like show you the flavor of it. But like if you want to know completely, learn about the things, definitely you have to enroll. We do provide the trainings for the integrations.
Of course, this workshop is specifically for admin and development, but it doesn't mean that we are not offering other services. So when you book a consulting call, so probably you can ask like, what are your requirements? We also can give you the customized training, uh, and like, a service portal, integration, and flow designer, agent, workflow, and the virtual agent, those things. So we also have all the packages with us. So the reason we are not disclosing here is like this is only for the admin and development. But yes, just an add-on, like everything we are delivering into service now, right from the basics to the high level. And we are also coming with multiple workshops, based on the requirements and based on the necessity of the market trend. So we are also upcoming with CSM workshop. We are also coming with scripting workshop, where we will be also focusing on the experienced candidates who are struggling to make a coding in their current jobs. So that is also one of the big pain point right now in the market. And we have experts where we are trying to get the trainings delivered in a such a way that a person who has a little exposure towards the scripting, but he's not a pro. But after going through the courses and the hands-on experience and the use cases, so that person will be becoming a good developer, because developer is the thing where it is usually almost used in every modules, no matter you're working with ITAM integration. So everywhere a basic scripting is needed. And definitely, so we are also going to have the sessions. And of course, like if you have to book a consulting call, book the call and we can guide you, and we can talk later on that part. So yes. All right, guys, any questions more? The duration of the classes, the timings and the things I've already mentioned. It's weekdays classes, mostly in the morning and evening. We'll plan to have it. You will get a further communication about these things. And tomorrow also, please stay tuned with us on the same time. There are more technical things. There are more things that we are going to share with you guys, and it will be a very interesting sessions tomorrow as well. So the tomorrow timings will be like 11 to 2, the same timings. So please schedule your day accordingly, and please get back to us with any doubts. So probably if you have these sessions today, you also can create the doubts and come back with the doubts tomorrow as well. So what we can do is like before we start the new session tomorrow, we will have a very short Q&A sessions for 15 minutes. Then again, we'll start with the new topics. So that would be the good approach. And then you will also get a very good idea tomorrow about the things. Okay. So yes, if nothing is from our end and your end, we can wind up the session. And we also have shared the website name. We have also shared the YouTube channel name, consulting link, and the registration form. So also do fill the registration form if you're willing to enroll the training with us. And accordingly, we'll get back to you with each of them on their number as well as on their email address. All right, we have 7 minutes left. So just wanted to have this floor open. If you guys have any sessions of queries, feel free to ask. And yes, Mola Ali Sheikh, please go ahead.
Yes. So I have question like that. So if I should prefer to, if I should prefer to not to go to scripting part, how is my career in service no business analyst for long term?
You mean to say like business analyst, right?
Yes, yes.
Correct. So business analyst is like no scripting is needed. Only the thing is like you should have a good communication skill. You should have a people management skills, and you should have the overall architecture of the about the modules, like how it works. And if you take ServiceNow admin and development, you will get also the gist of like how the configuration and the framework works with ServiceNow, because also you have to have that idea about the instance. And overall, you should have overview about the modules, like what item does, what item does. So for an example, let's say you got a job of business analyst. So they will not ask you to do a business analyst job specific to only ITSM or specific to any HRSG module. So you don't know like what business analytical do you have to do with each client. So you have to have an exposure about like what item does, what HRSD does, and how integration does. So that is the important thing you can learn. Definitely we can also cover that things in business analyst, where we will be giving you every walkthrough and overview how it works. And that's it. And you don't require at all a scripting knowledge, because it's a you are the bridge for the communication between the client stakeholders and to your down level team about the development, the testing per team. So you need to create the stories based on the requirements. You need to create the documentations. You need to create the workflow, and you have to keep the repository of this thing. So this would be something your business analyst role. But yes, it does not require any scripting, because you will not be touching the instance at all. Just for creating the stories, you will be touching, but you will not be doing the scripting.
And one more question. So for the business analyst, so how is the market? So like from starting 2 3 years experience guy will get, or it's much required above 5 years like that?
In between 3 to 4 years is sufficient. No matter also you have done your BA experience with some other technologies, because BA is one common designation, but the technology keeps on changing. Okay, like some people have Salesforce, some people have a Scrum Master, and you also can change your experience from that experience to converting your experience into ServiceNow, saying that I have ServiceNow experience. So 3 to 4 years is sufficient, not necessary 5 plus years. Only the thing is like how you communicate with them over the interview, how you convince them, and whatever questions you're answering them. Of course, we will also try to plan a workshop for business analyst, and we also can share the syllabus, what we are covering there, and you also can enroll for a business analyst role there. If you get the training from us, it will be more confident and strong for you to understand what exactly it looks like and what you have to prepare and how to give the interview.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. Yeah, thanks. So if there is any specific business analyst workshop upcoming?
Well, we have not planned anything for that, but based on the request, we can plan something, and I will ask my team to create that workshop, and probably we can roll out that session soon as well. Pallavi, just make a note of this at your end, and we'll have a session and try to bring something new for participants.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So this workshop that we are doing is based on the requirements from the participants, you guys itself. Every time we are coming with these things, and we want this and that. So slowly, we're trying to cater all the requests and trying to deliver out of this. Of course, like the upcoming workshop are CSM. Okay, soon we are going to have a CSM, because CSM and FSM are also very high into the demand right now. Because if you can see the job descriptions, there is also a high demand. So we are also having a CSM, which is also very unique. And when learning CSM, you will have a upper hand to get opportunity, because people are really bored with ITSM skill sets. So they want something um, add-on part apart from ITSM itself. So you can add CSM in your portfolio, where you can strong presence that you know this. Okay, so that is customer service management. So stay tuned with us. You can also have attend that session as well. And see, it doesn't matter you enroll for the course or not, but at least you will have that gist, like what is CSM. If someone asks you like what is CSM, at least you should be able to answer that. Yes, I know the overview. For example, like Mola Ali Sheikh, you were asking like what is business analyst and what it does. So CSM, whatever overview we will be giving you, it will be a best advantage for you to have at least know what is CSM. Okay. So you guys can attend the sessions and let's see how it goes. It depends upon your interest, like what level are you diverting yourself from ITSM to any other modules.
Yes, good.
All right, guys, then I think we are pretty much done. It was really active session. It was very productive creativity. We learned so many things about the job perspective, the market perspective, the course, the modules, and we also learned something about what ServiceNow has changed, what we were using previously, and what is like the low code, no code. And we also learned something about the higher level like solutioning part. So we have learned many things today for 3 hours,
And tomorrow also we will get back on the same time, 11 o'clock. And we can wind up the session. I know it's a rainy time everywhere, and probably you can enjoy your weekend with your friends and families, and come up with the doubts tomorrow, and we can connect tomorrow. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you, D'Souza. A special thanks to you, and thank you guys for your participation. And you're most welcome, Banu Prakash. You've appreciated. Thanks to us, and yes, you're most welcome. Yes. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend ahead.
Thank you all. Thanks for
Thank you.
joining. Thanks, team. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.